What's up, Hoops fans? Welcome back to the best channel there is for all things NBA. To drill a game-winning three-pointer, or catch a touchdown in double coverage, or to nutmeg a defender and score a goal. That's something many athletes can relate with. A feeling so great that you feel you're on top of the world. Because of this, many athletes, especially basketball players, have created their own iconic celebrations to celebrate moments like that. Here are some of the most iconic signature NBA celebrations. Before we get into seeing your favorite NBA star perform their iconic moves, do you want to win a PS5 with NBA 2K21 and Madden NFL 21? Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. Few people in the NBA have been able to make a name for themselves inside and outside the court like LeBron James, and it's only fitting that NBA's greatest player in the last decade, and arguably in NBA history, has his own iconic celebration. When LeBron James first began his rise to fame playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers, he was known for fake picture and throwing the chalk up in the air. The chalk toss quickly became iconic and symbolic to him because it had never been done before, and when he did it, LeBron got his fans really hyped up before the game. When LeBron was asked about this ritual, he said, "I don't remember the first time I started to do it, but I felt the fans started to embrace it, and I started to set my mind to get focused on what was at task when I started to do it. Doing it on the road sometimes you get booed, so I love it. At home, the fans go crazy. I don't know what made me start doing it. I don't know. Great things happen sometimes." But after he moved to the Miami Heat in the summer of 2010, he took the role of a basketball villain. As a result, he needed a new celebration to match this new role, and what soon popped up was his storming celebration that he called the Backbreaker. It was the perfect name for the perfect celebration for the best player in the game at the time. We've seen him do the celebration after hitting an outrageous 3 points to win 111-110 against the Warriors, and then during the Heat's vs. Celtics playoff. This iconic celebration also began at a time when LeBron began his run of 5 consecutive NBA Finals appearances, and the man was literally breaking the backs of opponents. Talk about balls, ladies and gentlemen? LeBron's got plenty of it. Many other athletes have adopted the silencer by LeBron James over the years, like Usain Bolt in the Olympics and several NFL players. Just by looking at the celebration, it makes a statement of dominance. I came here to end the game. And guess what? That's what I just did. You can bet that the teams knew there was no way they were going to win the game, and that James was going to show them in one fell movement. Throughout his brilliant career, LeBron has shown that he has a great mastery of the game of basketball, but we think it's more than that. The man has a great mastery of perfect, catchy celebrations. Next up is the celebration of the 2-time MVP award winner, Stephen Curry. When Steph is feeling it or just in his zone, he's been known to dance or do what's called the Shimmy. Now hold on guys, the Shimmy isn't unique to Curry. The iconic celebration was first used by his former coach, Mark Jackson, during his playing days in 1980s and the 90s. But Steph has made it a popular celebration among NBA fans across the whole world. Curry debuted the move on a Friday night in February 2013 that saw the point guard drop 54 when he was playing against the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden. When you look at Steph Curry when he performs this celebration, you'll see that Steph literally becomes one with the Shimmy. Curry breaks out this celebration every now and then, sometimes after one of his ridiculous threes. Sometimes it's after a particularly superb layup, or even going to timeout breaks when his team is on a terrific run of form. What makes this particular celebration so awesome is how free-flowing and carefree it is. In 2019, a reporter saw him do the Shimmy after a crucial shot against the Timberwolves and asked him about the iconic move. Steph replied, "There's no criteria. Sometimes I immediately regret it after I do it, but it happens from time to time. Just me having fun. It's just a part of my demeanor, just bringing joy and the joy of what we do." James Harden is one of the greatest scorers to have played the game, and nothing gets as good as when Harden starts cooking in the kitchen. That's when you know that Harden has come to really play. Some people argue that James Harden's signature celebration was stolen from Lil B, the rapper who many people believe to have invented the cooking dance. But it's important to note that they are not the same thing. First, Lil B's is bigger and more pronounced, almost as if he were cooking a meal for 30 people. Harden's, on the other hand, is smaller and more confined, like he's stirring up a small pot of soup to eat while watching TV. The celebration literally says, "I'm eating right now and it's for me and me alone." It's beautiful to watch. This move went so viral whenever Harden did it that other athletes like Gnabry of Bayern and Lacazette of Arsenal have been seen doing the same celebration. In 2015, Harden's cooking went so viral that he was asked about his iconic celebration. He said, "I'm just trying to be who I am, myself. I just go out there and make an impact on the game of basketball and be myself. Just started doing it with some of my friends. No name for it. It's a move his teammates would later adopt." After making a three-pointer, Wes Matthews is known for his celebration where he pulls an invisible arrow out of his quiver, puts it in his bow and fires it. After West debuted this iconic celebration, his Trailblazers teammates quickly joined and the move became a team celebration. During an interview when Matthew was asked about how the iconic move debuted, Matthew narrated the experience, saying the move had originated from a practice where he was on fire hitting 3-points like it was a piece of cake. He fired another 3-pointer and then shot the ball out of the air with his arrow while it was still arching towards the rim. After seeing what he did, Victor Claver walked up to him and was like, "Bro, you've got to do that, man, that's cool." Matthew responded saying, alright, I'll think about it. Matthew began practicing the move when he was just shooting around, and then he finally started doing it on the road. This celebration is really simple and it goes with Matthew's ability to score 3-point shots down in volume. Not many people know that from the year 2011 to 2012 to 2016, Matthew was second in the league in terms of 3-pointers made. The move is also a perfect fit because someone who is a good shot with a bow and arrow is called a marksman, and so is someone who can nick down a high number of 3-point shots. One thing that made this celebration stick and make our list of some of the top NBA most iconic celebrations is because of how quickly it caught on with teammates and fans alike. Next up is a celebration performed by one of the best players to ever grace the game, the holder of the most triple-doubles in NBA history. Yeah, you guessed it, the name is Russell Westbrook. Russell's iconic 3-point celebration is a little similar to Matthew's. He holds up each hand like a finger gun with 3 fingers up, blows on them to mimic the shooter blowing the powder away from the gun barrel after holstering the finger gun. The celebration is simple and yet is effective in showing the joy and happiness he has in knocking a 3. This celebration is not something that's done every time, as Russ only performs this celebration when he's feeling his shot or when he makes a 3-pointer at a big point in the game. After making this iconic celebration, he adds a wicked smile or a yell just to let you know how he really felt it, and you can feel the passion or emotion erupting from him. You know what makes this celebration even better? Is the fact that Westbrook is a poor 3-point shooter. You can choose to believe it or not, but stats don't lie. And according to NBA stats on the player, Westbrook has only managed to score 30% of the 3-pointers that he has attempted. If you ask me, he should almost never take the 3-pointer. So while he is yelling or smiling about the shot he just made, many people are sitting there shaking their heads and laughing because they know that he got lucky to score one in the first place. Another NBA player with a similar celebration is Joakim Noah, who performed the iconic celebration every time he knocked down one of his sidewinding jumpers. Just like Westbrook, Noah would pause for a moment, stick his fingers out to make an imaginary gun, and shove them in imaginary holsters. But after a shooting crisis in Connecticut, amidst gun violence in the USA, Noah decided to drop the celebration for good. Noah said in an interview, "It wasn't just what happened in Connecticut. You just have to be kind of compassionate about what's going on, man. We have issues with guns. Gun violence in this country is out of control, and you've just got to be sensitive to that. I love this country. This country did so much for me. But I think it's important to be more critical, and we have issues. I feel just as American as I do French, and the issues are complicated. But you've got to be sensitive, and a lot of kids are dying. In Chicago, a lot of kids are dying on the streets. So that's why I'm not doing that anymore." It doesn't matter where you fall when it comes to the touchy subject of guns. But Noah's sensitivity and awareness is remarkable, and we should all take a moment to acknowledge that. Yeah, play a round of applause, please. We all know that the finger guns thing is meant to only be for fun and not a symbol of actual shooting. It's just another iconic basketball celebration. But to Noah, it's just not worth it, as guns aren't fun and he doesn't want to shoot pretend ones with his fingers. When you're a generation-defining and iconic player with legions of fans who swear by everything you do, then it is only proper or right that you have your own signature celebration. When Kobe came out with the Black Mamba nickname, many people felt he didn't need to give himself a nickname, and some even went ahead to say, "We're definitely not calling you that." Well, it didn't take long for Kobe to prove those people wrong. And today you're as likely to hear people refer to Kobe as the Mamba or the Black Mamba as you are by his birth-given name. Talk about standard. I mean, we're talking about Kobe Bryant here, the 17-time NBA All-Star player. Along with the Mamba nickname, Kobe also unleashed the Mamba face, in which the 1997 slam dunk champion juts out his lower jaw and shows his teeth after making many baskets in tight games. And since Kobe was involved in many close games where he always found a way to deliver, we saw this face over and over again. It found itself on many playgrounds across the country and across the world. Although the face looks a little awkward and a tad bit weird, this iconic look and celebration is so unique. And coupled with the fact that it fits Kobe's personality of determination and his never-say attitude so perfectly, it didn't take long for people to embrace it. At the start of his career with the Lakers, DAngelo showed a lot of promise, but not too many people know that the Lakers gave up on him after a controversy with Nick Young for which he was quickly disposed of. But after Russell got to Brooklyn, things quickly turned around for him and he became a special player, turning in performances that caught the eye of everyone in the league. Now Russell is an all-star and leader of one of the most exciting teams in the NBA. One of the most intriguing things about the young superstar is his ability to hit top shots, as well as the confidence he shoots them with. This led to his iconic celebration that instantly went viral and has since been performed by several other players in the league. It's ice in my veins, people. Ice in my veins. Back in March of 2016, Russell nailed a dagger three-pointer that sealed a win over the Brooklyn Nets with just 30 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and his response said it all for all his opponents and everyone who was watching. Russell pointed out to his forearm and yelled, "I got ice in my veins." And that became it. That was it. An unforgettable moment that birthed an unforgettable celebration that would become beloved by young people and other NBA stars in the league. In a post-game interview that night, Russell was asked about his celebration. He said, "I give the credit to God, honestly. And to be honest, I was running out of celebrations and I thought of one. It was the first thing that came to my mind." Well, give it up for DAngelo Russell, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me how many people are capable of improvising and creating something as spectacular as that in the blink of an eye. That's genius. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications button so you never miss another one of our videos. We'll see you next time, latest Hoops fans. Until then, keep shooting your shot.